Hello everyone, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I'll be watching Maul Shadowhunter. I think that season premiere is today, and that has been not only a very fun story to watch, but the background artwork in that series is phenomenal. So I'll be looking at that today. This is Daughter of Crows by Mark Lawrence, but before I talk about that, this is my little bit of history with Mark Lawrence. So here's Red Sister, Gray Sister, Holy Sister. I thoroughly enjoyed this, which has vague similarities to this. The book that wouldn't burn. Dude's a good writer. I liked this, but I thought this was going to be like something concerning a magical library or something, and it does, but not quite in the way I was wanting, so I didn't continue the series. But again, it's not like I was in danger of not finishing it. It's a good book. And then Prince of Thorns, this dark ass book, but also again, I made it to the end. It's a good book, good writing. The character narrating this appears to be someone who was like 13 steps ahead, outthinking everyone, and that worked for me in something like Pirates of the Caribbean with Captain Jack Sparrow, but it didn't quite land for me here. Still, just good writing. I think Lawrence is a tremendously good writer. Now, so this, unless I'm even forgetting something, this is now my favorite book this year so far. We're gonna head off to an assassin school. It starts simple enough. There's two time threads, but there's gonna be a third later in the book. The present and the past, and in the present we have Rue, who is she's gone beyond the school. She escaped from it at some point, and its dealings. She's basically retired. She's an old woman, and her town gets invaded, and her friends have been killed, and she wants to do something about that. And so we go into her past in the school where 100 girls go in and only 3 come out. It's over a 10-year period of time, and the kindnesses, the women who run the place, they take their time. Either they're going to toughen you up or they're going to kill you. Although we can kill you for doing something no more worse than, oops, you got that question wrong, and you wind up in a cage standing up, just sitting there starving to death. So it's a brutal school. More so that because all the girls are broken in one way or another. These are all broken characters coming together to tell a particularly good story. But Lawrence here doesn't let us know who's who just yet. So you're reading along, oh, well, this must be Rue. And then the rug is ripped right out from underneath you. You're like, wait, that's not supposed to happen. And then we have another, and it's like, oh, that must be, this is the one. No, not that one either. And so who's who when it comes to Rue, and what her real name is, and where she comes from. And he must have sat down and had to outline this in great detail, because which characters are which, what relations do they have, and in all these, it's a pretty good list of characters. It's a large list. And when it was all done and all the revelations happened, I felt like I didn't have to take notes. I was like, oh, I remember that. I got it, and there's how it fits together. It's perfect. It's beautiful. I'm skipping something here. When we finally get to find out who Rue is, we have a whole new past before she went to this school, and it's bad. It is a parentage, but are these her parents? Did she have other parents? Who were they? Memory is a big player here in these books, forgetting who's who, and when then you get revelations as to, oh, this is my found family, this is my original family, or is this my family? And who's who and who's related to who wind up with such wonderful complexity, but it works out. It comes to a nice crux at the end, and it's all surprising, and it is revealing, and it's twist after twist after twist in this. It's like I said, it's just all tension. Who can die? This is Game of Thrones gets the big trophy for this, that anybody can die. Well, anybody can freaking die, and they often do in this. And this isn't even that long a book. It's not a chunker. This is not even 400 pages, I don't think. Does it make 400? Let me check. 397, 830, 401, made it to 401. But there's a lot going on in these 400 pages, and it's delivered beautifully. These are not just assassins, but because they do knife fighting, and they have physical conditioning, things like that, and they made to do horrible things. But there's a lot of necromancy. This is a lot of magic takes place in this book that isn't just wizards casting spells. There are mentions of sorcery, but it hasn't gotten to that yet, if ever. It is a series. When I first got the book, I remember seeing it as #1 in a new series, but for some reason I was reading along, it escaped my memory. And as it started to get to the end, I was thinking, oh, he's going to wrap all this up, and someone's just going to let go, and all their problems are solved. Nope. I actually thought maybe this was going to be a one-shot as I got to the end, and it is not. And it leaves you right there at the end hanging on something. It's like, oh, well, here we go. And dark powers at work. Interesting enough that the school is 10 years. 10 years to whittle 100 girls down to 3. But this only gets to, I think it's year 6. So hopefully we get more filled in details about what they went through and the other 4 years, and who was there at the end to finally graduate. When you get it just in the school, found, lost, and found family, and it sticks. It stings a little, and characters you cheer for, like, well, no, don't do that. What are you doing, Lawrence? But fun to read, just really, really good. And like I said, my favorite this year so far. I don't know when the next book is going to be published. I tried to look it up, and nothing came up quickly. Next, this is, I just picked this up a moment ago and looked at the bottom here. If anyone's read the Wind-Up Girl, I did. I basically liked it at the time, as I recall, and a beautiful piece of artwork on the cover. That's the author of that book. Nivola by Paolo Bacigalupi. There it is. That's an awesome cover too. So here we go. In the bustling city-state of Nivola, business is power, and power is everything. For generations, the de Reguli family has nurtured their merchant banking empire. Though they claim not to be political, their staggering wealth buys cities and topples kingdoms, and no one obstructs them twice. Soon, Dovico de Reguli, sole heir to the de Reguli fortune, must take his place beside his father and prove himself worthy of his name. But Dovico's heart is soft where it should be hard. He prefers sunlit hills and green dappled forests to the plots of his family. And something else beckons him, a fossil dragon eye, a relic of raw power, a thing that should be dead and yet calls to Dovico with hunger. As plots unfold, armies march, and assassins slip down shadowy marble halls, Dovico will be tested past his limits. His survival will depend upon the powers locked within the dragon eye and upon feelings hidden in the heart of his beloved adopted sister Celia, a girl wise in the twisted ways of Navali's politics, for her own family was destroyed by them. Speaking of assassins, I mean, again, I have a tiny criticism, because they're going to what appears to be an assassin school. And there's any number of books I've read that are assassins. They've got assassins in the title. No one goes assassinating. No one goes, here's some money, go kill that person, and assassin goes. No. Again, no assassins are assassinating in these assassin books. I hope. If there's going to be a continuation of the characters in the past, hopefully we get some assassinating. I want to see that happen in an assassin book. Make no mistake, though, that this goes way beyond the character interactions and what's at stake. Just go beyond the Assassin School. But still, he's got 2 more books to do. If it's going to be a trilogy. These Assassins in an Assassin book. That's it. Great book. This is next. See you next week. Happy Star Wars Day. Bye-bye.